Hello, Nick from Menke Active here on our A to Z journey. Intermetatarsal bursitis. Intermetatarsal I think I spelled that wrong. Forgive me if I haven't. So, what is it? Metatarsals, bursa, fluid-filled sac. Intermetatarsal bursitis, a bit of fluid in between, a fluid-filled sac in between your metatarsals. So let me try and draw some metatarsals here. Oh dear, I almost had a bit of a Freiberg's injury. Go and watch the effort video to learn what Freiberg's is. Oh dear, so is that one as well. It's sort of like a 1, 2, 3, 4. These are awful. That is not good. So, just believe me, they are metatarsals. They are just poorly drawn metatarsals. So, intermetatarsal bursitis is, as we said, you get a lump of a fluid-filled sac in between your metatarsals, and it can occur between any of them. It doesn't really matter. So what happens is, if you're going up on your tippy toes and the metatarsals close up, you give this a bit of a squish and it hurts. Or if you're wearing shoes that are too narrow, you give it a bit of a squish and it hurts. Some people can have these and you don't even know you've got them. When we send people for imaging for problems in the foot, we find these as what we call incidental findings, which means that they're there, but they're not causing the pain or the symptoms. So as a general rule of thumb, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. If they're living with you in harmony, don't disturb it. Just let it be, let it be. So, things that you can do to try and help offload it. You can look at foot orthosis with a metatarsal dome. If I was organised, I'd have 3D printed one all together, but we haven't. So the idea is that if you apply a force, so metatarsal dome underneath here, you try and open the gap up between these metatarsals. So if you open the gap between the metatarsals, it's not going to squish and poke on that intermetatarsal bursitis and not give you the pain and symptoms. Now, talking of symptoms, you'll tend to feel it may be achy. You may get some sharp pains because in between you also got your interdigital nerves. So sometimes it can present like a neuroma as well, which is a benign growth of the nerve. Was it A to Z M? Was it Morton's neuroma? There we go, you can go watch that video as well. Look at me plugging away the different videos at the same time. So with the intermetatarsal bursitis, you may get some sharp stingy pain. It may present like a neuroma, it may not be. It just means this burst is pressing on the nerve. Going up on tiptoes or jumping or running will tend to irritate things, wearing high-heeled shoes or narrow-fitting shoes. So you've got your foot orthoses. The other thing is wide-fit shoes. I would say a good 80% of people who come into clinic are wearing the wrong size shoes. So what you want to look for is that when you take your shoe lining out, you can stand on it and your feet aren't hanging over the side. If they're hanging over the side, that's a bit of a message your shoes are too small. If the shoes are too small and they're getting squished up, that's not going to be helpful. And that's it, really. You can offload it with footwear, offload the metatarsal dome. From a conservative treatment, they're your big things to try. If that doesn't work, you can just stick a little needle in there, injection, with some steroids, and the idea is to sort of shrink that bursa down. So you're shrinking it down small enough that it doesn't actually cause any symptoms. If you're still getting problems after that, then you'll go see our surgical colleagues and they'll try and remove the sac, and then you get a little excited if they can remove the sac in one piece and not actually pop the bursa, so you put out this little fluid-filled sac. Ask me to have the steroids, sometimes that's a little bit difficult. So there we have it, a quick run through of intermetatarsal bursitis. See you on the next letter.